Hello, ladies. I am so honored to be representing Epic organization that puts so much effort into empowering parents and inspiring children. And for that reason, we are going to give a message today about how we can use tefillah, specifically Birkos HaShachar, to start our day with an empowered parenting message, giving us the strength to deal with the challenges that may come up in our role, in our holy role as parents. So let's look at this. We're going to go through Birkos HaShachar, and of course there are many different interpretations, but I'm going to give you the ones that I think really speak to us as parents and give us a little direction, a little chizuk for the day. Okay, first one of Birkos HaShachar. Asher nasan lasech vivina lavchin ben yom vein laila. Hashem gave the rooster the bina to be able to see the light coming, the day coming at the darkest point of the night. Hashem also gave woman bina yisera nitna lenashim, and we have the ability, even when we're having a hard time with the child or a situation is looking very bad, we can see the light coming. It's not going to forever be this way, and the vision to be able to see, to optimistically focus on the light that is coming. Shelo asani goy. Why do we have to say a bracha thanking Hashem for not making us a goy? Because as much as we are proud to be Jewish, sometimes there are mitzvos that we find difficult. And for those mitzvos that maybe our children or ourselves find difficult, we affirm, Shelo asani goy, I am proud to be a Jew. And I'm happy to try to instill a love of mitzvos in my children. Even when there's a mitzvah that's difficult, we will compassionately embrace the difficulty and try to help make this child feel proud of his Jewish role. Shelo asani aved. This is talking to us as mothers. When we thank Hashem for not making us a servant, we have to realize that the only thing that we might find attractive about a servant is that avadim do not have to make decisions. They wake up in the morning and their master tells them what to do. And we wake up in the morning and we face difficult choices sometimes. What's the best way to handle the situation? Which school should I choose for my child? How should I solve this problem? And sometimes we sweat over very, very difficult decisions. So therefore, in the morning when we wake up, Shelo asani aved. Hashem, I'm happy that you made me free. And yes, I have to make difficult decisions, but that is part of the bechira that you gave me, and you trust me, Hashem, to do the best I can to make the best choices. Sha'asani kirtsono. As women, some of our role is sometimes difficult. Women struggle with hormones, with ups and downs, births, and all kinds of things that relate to our womanly role. And we say Sha'asani kirtsono, we're proud to be a woman, even with the specific expectations and challenges that come with it. Pokeach ivrim. Hashem, you open up the eyes of blind people. And if one of my children is struggling with a blind spot, there's something that they don't see that I so much want them to see. Hashem, you are capable of being Pokeach ivrim. You can open up that child's eyes so that he could see his situation differently. Malbish harumim. Here it's interesting. Chazal teach us that the first thing that, the first chesed in the Torah, Chazal tell us, was when Hashem dressed Adam and Chava. And we have a question on this. Weren't there other chasadim that Hashem did first? He created a beautiful Gan Eden. He created the world. And our answer is that dressing Adam and Chava was the first chesed that Hashem did after he was wronged by Adam and Chava. And we as parents, we wake up in the morning and we need to do chesed and be kind to our children, even if we feel they haven't treated us well or we've been wronged by them yesterday. There was an uncomfortable situation. There was a fight. But I wake up in the morning and I continue to be native to my children and my family. And here we remind ourselves that Hashem is Malbish harumim, and we too can do chesed even to those who have wronged us. Matir asurim. You take people out of their imprisonment. Here we have in mind that some people are very, very constricted and limited and imprisoned by all kinds of problems moods, personality issues, psychological realities that really make the person feel very, very, very limited. Sometimes it's even addictions. And we're davening. We know that Hashem lets people out of jail, and He can help this child and let him out of the things that are restricting him, that are shackling him. Matir Asurim. Zokif Kafufim. Hashem, you strengthen those, you help those that are bent over, stand up straight. Ladies, we live in a world where self-esteem is so difficult. So many people struggle with it. And when you have that child who walks around with the bent over lack of self-esteem, Hashem, you are Zokif Kafufim. You can make this child stand straight and feel proud of himself. Rokah haaretz al hamayim. Hashem divided. He created separate territories for water and for land and for the shamayim. I know a very talented school teacher who uses the story of the Bria with the shamayim and the mayim to teach children the concept of personal boundaries and space. Rokah haaretz al hamayim. Hashem, you boundaried your world. And in a world that is so complicated, I daven and I believe that Hashem, you can make sure that my child's boundaries are respected and not violated by anybody. Shasali kol tzarki. Hashem, you gave me exactly what I need. And if I don't have it, I don't need it. These children, this family, these struggles, you gave me exactly what I need to fulfill my purpose in this world. Asher heichin mitzadei gaver. Sometimes we're so nervous about where our children will end up, the steps that they'll take. We have to remind ourselves and bring down our anxiety by saying, Hashem, you create the steps of man. They only walk in the steps that you've already pre-created for them. You know where you want this child to go. Ozer Yisrael Begvura. You give strength to Klal Yisrael. Because sometimes some of those steps that those children, that child will take will require a lot of gvura from me. And sometimes we end up in places where we need a tremendous amount of gvura. And Hashem, you give the gvura. You give me, the parent, the gvura to deal with wherever my child is going. Oter Yisrael B'Tifara. Here, some of our should say it talks about tefillin, but anything that adorns a Jew as being a Jew. Whether it's the kippah, the tzitzis, the hair covering, the tznius, the whatever it is, we want our children to be proud of their adornments and be able to hold themselves with all those things with pride. And if a child is struggling with tznius or with a kippah or whatever it is, Oter Yisrael B'Tifar, Hashem, you gave them that glory. Let them wear it and feel refined and dignified. Hanosein laya'if koach. Hashem, you give strength to those who are tired. Some are physically tired. Some of us didn't get enough sleep. And some are emotionally tired. Hashem, you're the one who gives strength. Hamavir sheina me'inai usnuma me'afapai. You make the sleep pass. And there is a very interesting perush that says that there's different types of sleep. Sheina is the satisfied sleep where a person can just wake up in the morning and feel refreshed. And tnuma is that inability to sleep properly. When you're not, the Chazal say tnuma is when you're not really sleeping and not really awake. And I read a perush that said that sometimes people have tnuma because they're suffering from an unsolved problem. What am I going to do? What's going to be with that child? How's this problem going to be? What's going to be? And they have tnuma. They're not really sleeping that well. And we're asking Hashem to give us a good night's sleep where we can be ma'avir the tnuma and we can wake up refreshed. I'll end with the fact that David HaMelech says, in his worst stages, David HaMelech tells us, Ani shachafti be'eshana hakitzoti ki Hashem yismacheni. I went to sleep peacefully, even when he was chased and his son was trying to kill him and he was barefoot and without anything. Ani shachafti be'eshana. I will go to sleep peacefully. Hakitzoti, I will wake up. Ki Hashem yismacheni, because Hashem will support me. Ladies, every morning that these tefillos are talking to our struggles as parents, and they're empowering us that Hashem is helping us. He's assisting us. He can solve the problems that seem very difficult. And then when you go on to say the Hiratzon afterwards, you're covering everything. Nisayon, don't give me challenges. Bizayon, nothing embarrassing. Yetzirah, save us from a bad friend, from a bad neighbor. Put us in a good place. Save us from sicknesses. Save us from tragedies. It is worth saying these Birkos HaShachar and these Yehi Ratzons with a lot of kavana, because they are talking to all your concerns as a parent. And we should go off afterwards with a refreshed, invigorated, empowered attitude that we can face today's challenges as parents, because Hashem is helping us. Thank you, ladies.